What's up, guys? Rustik here, bringing you some Tesla chart analysis on January 5th, 2026. Let's go ahead and jump right into things today. We got a couple different ways we're going to analyze this. Stick around till the end. We'll throw up the day trade plan chart or the weekly trade plan chart, however you want it. I'll tell you the trigger levels. I'll tell you the take profit levels for the bull and the bear case scenario, but we're going to do a little bit of high time frame analysis before we get into that. And then we'll dive right into the trade plan. So stick around to the end if you want to find out the key levels. I have the daily chart pulled up, and I have some different time frame moving averages here. So we have a 20 period, 50 period, 100 period, 200 period. So we can see here that the daily trend is still moving up, right? And we've come down below the 20 period, testing the 50 period, and we found a bounce there. There's gaps above that need to be filled. There's also some gaps below that could be filled as well. But right now we're holding the 50 period. You can see back here we came down and we tested the 50 period. Not quite all the way. We ran another test and we saw a bounce as we dropped down through. But we more recently have already tested the 100 period. So I am looking for this 50 period to hold, okay? If this 50 period doesn't hold on the daily, we will drop down to around 420 to 430, depending on whether that's this week or next week. Ultimately, if we lose that level, or that moving average, the 100 period, and these are daily candles, so 100 period on the daily, then we could drop all the way down to 380, 400. We do have this kind of support right here, down in the 383, up to 412 or so. So that would be the likely area if we fell any further and gave up this moving average. Below that, if we were to fall even further than that, we'd be looking for something all the way down here in the 350 to 300 range. But likely, in order to keep this trend going, we would only at most test the 200 period on the daily. If we drop down to the 1 hour chart, the 1 hour chart does show that we have, after this big move down that started all the way back in December, where we kind of topped out right close to 500, 498.97. We'll see what the actual 498.83 is what the high says of that 1 hour candle. So we did pop up and nearly tagged 500, and then we just see that pretty rapid decline. I mean, you can see every time we try to push up, it just gets rejected immediately. And these are, I think, opening candles. So it's like spike, trap the bulls, drop it, run it back, spike it, trap the bulls, right, drop it. And then we just kind of saw this sell off during the week after Christmas. And then, from there, we haven't been able to get much momentum. We did see the, January 2nd, New Year opening day pop, and then we dropped immediately throughout that trading session. Now we're seeing price come back up, okay? So the significance of that, even though we have a gap down here in this 441 to 443, 444 range, we popped back over the 1 hour short time frame, which is 20 period. So right now we're in between the 20 period and the 50 period. Although we popped today, we couldn't hold that level. Okay, so we want to get back above, let's say 452. I know in overnight trading, we're back above it. Then we could see some resistance here at the 100 period and the 200 period on the 1 hour, which is going to be 457, 458, and 462-ish, give or take. And so we'll see those flattening out. If we can get back above those, we can see a nice rally to gap fill at 472 all the way up to 473.85. Beyond that, we got some fair value gaps up here in the 480s, in the mid 480s. And then beyond that, we're going to see plus, above 500. Likely the next time around, we'll break it when we do get up there. But again, right now, if we were to give up the 20 period again, we have this downward pressure of the 50, the 100, and the 200 period moving average on the 1 hour chart. So now let's go ahead and drop into the low time frame stuff. We are going to take a look at the trade plan. So if you stuck around, you're going to get the key levels. We'll go on to the 15-minute chart for that. And I will, you can see on the 15-minute chart too, we got the 200 period flattening out, and we're above the 100 period now. and we're starting to see those line up. So what we want to do is see us get back above there, hold above that at tomorrow's trading session. We got to clear this fair value gap on the 15. Then we can get everything to line up, in sequential bullish form with the 20, 50, 100, 200 all below price, right, and all in order. So that's ultimately what we want to see too on the 15-minute chart to start to gain some momentum to move back up, right? So let's go ahead and turn on the drawings. On the drawings here, we have our trade plan. All these trade plans use real data from our partners at Gamma Edge. Link in the description below. I post them for all the premium members. Also link to the Discord below. It's free to join, but premium members get Tesla and 19 other tickers of trade plans every single week. We update Tesla every day. We update QQQ, SPY, and SPX every single day. So you get day trade plans, but if you just take them from Monday, you can also run the same plan as a weekly trade plan. Although, just disclaimer that the Greeks do change. They're not static. They're they're constantly changing over every trading session and over the entire week. So the trading plan that we put out Sunday, although weekly, sometimes it'll hit early, sometimes it doesn't hit at all. But if you choose not to take the update, then you're just know you're running on old data. Here we got our bull trigger for tomorrow at 455. So that means price breaking above 455 on the 1 minute or the 3 minute chart. We can see price accelerate to 460. And if you just kind of look at what we got going on, right, that's generally like just this gonna be like a breakout here. We do have, this liquidity that got built up. So there were sellers here before. Likely we'll see price push up to it, see some kind of reaction. So we can draw this out too, so we get an idea of what that might look like. Okay, we're right around 455 as I'm making this video, but let's say we pop up, we might see it back test, and then we can see acceleration to 460. We didn't quite get there today. We did have this a similar trigger level. We traded it today. We made over 200 bucks on the day trade. But we could see something like that once we cross the trigger. Dealers are motivated. They're hedging. They have to hedge long as we push up towards 460, as long as Gamma and Delta remain positive. Charm isn't really playing too much of a part on a Tuesday. It will as we get closer to the end of the week. Above 460, you can see again here, we are looking for a breakout above this liquidity, and that would be, and there's previous liquidity back here as well, that would be acceleration potentially all the way up to 470. And then I'm looking for no more than a top of 474 for this week under current conditions. If we were to see bear case scenario play out, that's dropping below today's lows. Late session or even aftermarket lows, not low of day, which came in just a little bit lower than the low over here. But if we were to see that move below the bear trigger, which is at 447.50, we might see it back test or just drop straight through to the target, because the target's not too far off on the bear trigger. It's just one strike difference, 447.50 down to 445, right? Potentially there you could see a back test if it drops straight through. And then what we'd be looking for is a probably pretty swift drop down to the order block here, down to the low of 435. But because that drop would probably be very aggressive, I don't think it's going to be a meltdown. We probably will just go straight for 430. Everybody's going to be expecting we're going to see a bounce here at this liquidity, and it's going to dump right through it. And then it will probably bounce pretty hard. Maybe it'll even go all the way through to our full target 428, but I doubt it. I'm expecting that 430 to hold, somewhere between 435 and 430 to hold, and then probably a pretty aggressive bounce back up. We could just stop at the gap, which is 441, but I do think if we drop that like that, you're going to see some panic with Tesla sellers, and you're going to see aggressive dealer hedging to the downside. So that's the levels I got for you guys today. Again, these trade plans are all posted on the Discord. You can see here, if we take a look at Tesla, here's our trade plan posted up every single day, right? Gives you the bear case, gives you the bull case, lets you know, in this case, the bull case is our primary bias, the bearish is our secondary bias or our failure to achieve the bull case. We give you some flow context. In this case, Tesla remains call dominated with positive net gex. We're favoring upside continuation above 450 as dealer long gamma dampens pullbacks and supports grind higher towards 470 to 474. Failure back below 447.50 exposes price to 430 to 428, where negative gamma can reintroduce volatility. Okay, so we give you a little bit of explanation of why this trade plan is going to work, whether it's the bull or bear case. But we always offer the non-bias, so we're ready for either direction. Again, I hope this has been helpful. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, come back. We try to release a couple videos a week if possible. We got more in store for 2026. Kula might be back with some additional weekly analysis or weekend analysis on some of the indexes. And again, join the Discord. We got a great community. We got some free channels here, Tesla, QQQ. We also got the premium side, which we often run promos on. There's a 7-day trial if you want to check us out. Again, the link's in the description below. You guys take care, and we'll see you on the next one.